You know me to be a very smart man. Don't you think if I were wrong, I'd know it?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Sheldon was wrong on The Big Bang Theory.
I have a working knowledge of the entire universe and everything it contains.
Who's Radiohead?
For this list, we'll be looking at times the Big Bang Gang's know-it-all was knocked down a peg or two by his friends, colleagues, and even himself. Which Sheldon blunder do you find most satisfying? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Moving to Bozeman, Montana. After the guy's apartment is broken into, Sheldon goes into overdrive trying to make his home feel safe again. But after the high-tech security system Howard installs turns on him, he decides there's nothing left to do but leave Pasadena.
Our apartment was broken into. Our security system tried to kill me, and as a result, I'm leaving Pasadena forever. Tell me how that's overreacting.
After a thorough process of elimination, he settles on Bozeman, Montana, believing he'll be much safer there. And hey, a bit of cold weather is a small price to pay to live among the friendly Bozites on the safe streets of Bozeman, right?
Help you with your bag, sir?
Oh, thank you, fellow Bozite. May I say, you are the living embodiment of all the promises made by our lovely town's Chamber of Commerce.
Wrong. Sheldon doesn't exactly get the warm welcome he had hoped for. In fact, he gets robbed before he can even leave the station. One ticket back to Pasadena, please.
One ticket to Pasadena, California.
Number 9. Losing at game night. While choosing teams for game night, Sheldon confidently declares,
I guess any team that I'm not on has a decided disadvantage.
However, throughout the evening, we learn that the opposite is actually true. Sheldon's unique way of thinking has a tendency to put his team at a disadvantage. This is perhaps most evident when they play Pictionary. And well, if you could figure out Sheldon's clues, we applaud you. He's not much better at guessing either. Does quark glue on plasma really look like a chocolate chip cookie?
Nothing with quarks.
It's an observational rebuttal of the lambda CDM model of the universe.
No.
It's a chocolate chip cookie, yes!
Arguably though, his most humiliating loss comes when he fails to differentiate between a capital P and a small one. At least he accepts defeat gracefully. Well, what are friends for if it's not to share the blame?
See? Small p.
Ah. So it is. I guess we both share blame on this one.
Number 8. Sheldon and Howard's cricket bet. In this episode, Sheldon and Howard make a bet over what kind of cricket they can hear in the apartment.
Tell you what, I am willing to bet anything that's an ordinary field cricket.
I can't take your money.
What's the matter, you chicken?
The pair go to great lengths to find the mysterious insect, including sending Sheldon down the vacant elevator shaft. When even an encyclopedia of cricket species can't solve the argument, they turn to an expert. And even then, Sheldon needs some convincing before he's willing to admit he was wrong.
So when I tell you that that's a common field cricket, you can take that to the damn bank, because God knows I can't.
But we imagine the biggest sting was losing a bet to Howard Wolowitz. Well, at least Dr. Crawley agreed that Toby is a ridiculous name for a cricket. Hey, you gotta take wins where you can get them.
Toby? What a stupid name for a cricket.
Told you.
Number 7. Making promises he can't keep. Sheldon, Leonard and Howard meet Air Force Officer Colonel Williams to discuss the military's interest in their gyroscope.
Am I allowed to exchange pleasantries upon meeting this colonel?
Yes.
Am I allowed to inform him that Colonel Sanders was never actually in the military?
I'm getting enraged.
They've forbidden Sheldon from speaking because, well, you know Sheldon. Of course, he can't stay silent for long, and...
Yeah, we'll do it in 2. Hi, I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper. I'm the actual brains behind this project. Also, engineers aren't real scientists. MIT is a trade school, and the Death Star is from Star Wars, not Star Trek.
In the following episode, Sheldon starts to feel the burden of his rash decision.
Oh, no.
What?
I want another one.
So?
That's a craving. That's a sign of chemical dependency.
To deal with the stress, he convinces himself that he's developed a caffeine dependency and obsesses over it instead of doing any work. After Leonard snaps, Sheldon reveals that he's overwhelmed by the pressures he's inflicted on the group.
I can't do it. I'm not as smart as I think I am. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
And the big old slice of humble pie he's forced to eat proves to be the perfect antidote to his caffeine problem. Number 6. Not conceding that Raj wasn't wrong. Yes, you heard that correctly. When Raj faces deportation, Sheldon suggests he come work with him.
I've reconsidered your offer to let me work with you.
For me.
Sorry, for him, with him, for him, it doesn't really matter. Sheldon proves to be insufferable either way.
You're wrong about this!
There's a fine line between wrong and visionary. Unfortunately, you have to be a visionary to see it.
My God, you think that every thought that comes out of your head is pure gold.
Things get heated when they disagree over the math in an equation. Sheldon refuses to listen, causing Raj to rage quit.
Nice working with you. I'm sorry, for you.
Only he soon realizes that Raj was right, and with his tail between his legs, he pays him a visit to tell him so. The way he avoids admitting to his error is a skill in itself.
I looked over the board, and it turns out you were right.
So you were wrong.
I didn't say that.
That's the only logical inference.
Nevertheless, I didn't say it.
Sheldon excels in many ways, but accepting when he's wrong isn't one of them. Neither is doing this. Number 5. Sheldon learns about the gradations of wrongness. Did you know that there were different levels of being wrong? Sheldon didn't until this season 2 episode. Always oblivious to social cues, Sheldon crashes the end of Penny and Stuart's date to ask some comic book related questions.
Sheldon, we're a little busy here, so.
What are you doing?
We're having coffee.
Isn't it a little late for coffee?
It's okay, she thinks she has decaf.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get the answer he hoped for, and he's baffled by the concept that being wrong isn't absolute. He tries to educate Stuart, but ends up getting schooled by the comic book store owner.
Wrong is an absolute state and not subject to gradation.
Of course it is. It's a little wrong to say a tomato is a vegetable. It's very wrong to say it's a suspension bridge.
It's not often we see Sheldon at a loss for words, but it's hard to argue with Stuart's logic here. Too bad no one taught either one of them appropriate date night etiquette.
Penny, I really had a terrific time. Penny?
No, don't wake her. She'll maul you like a rabid Wolverine.
Number 4. Whiteboard inaccuracies. You don't need to be a genius to know that being proven wrong is one of Sheldon's biggest pet peeves. And touching his whiteboards, even to correct an error, is perhaps one of the biggest faux pas someone can make.
But doesn't that fix the problem you've been having?
Are you insane? Are you out of your mind? Hey, look, that fixes the problem I've been having.
You're welcome.
Leslie Winkle learns this quickly when Sheldon freaks out after she fixes one of his equations. Sure, her input helped him overcome a roadblock, but that's not the point. How dare she touch his board? She's just so what's the word we're looking for, Sheldon?
You come up with an adjective, text me.
Inconsiderate. That is the adjective, inconsiderate.
It could be worse. He could have his mistakes pointed out to him by, say, a 15-year-old kid genius. Oh, wait.
You haven't considered a Lorentz invariant or field theory approach.
You think I haven't considered it? You really think I haven't considered it?
Have you considered it?
Get him out, Leonard.
Number 3. Sheldon finds the element. By mistake. Sheldon's delighted when he makes a discovery that could lead him to a Nobel Prize.
No one's ever done that before, except me, because I just did it. Sheldon and his brain, yeah. Sheldon and his brain, yeah. Sheldon and his brain, yeah.
However, the celebrations are cut short when he realizes that he made an error in his calculations, and his discovery was just a fluke. Now, most of us might be thrilled to learn we'd stumbled upon such a happy accident, but most of us aren't Sheldon Cooper.
My calculations were wrong. There must be some resonance between the elements I didn't know about.
So you just got lucky?
Sheldon Cooper does not get lucky.
He's primarily upset that his victory is based on luck rather than intellect. So you'd think that Leonard disproving the element would come as a happy news, but you'd be wrong. Turns out the only thing worse than Sheldon proving himself wrong is literally anyone else proving him wrong.
I can't believe it.
Oh, you're welcome.
You robbed me of my greatest achievement.
What?
I'm back down to 9 friends.
Number 2. Presenting a boo-boo to Stephen Hawking. When Howard's asked to work with Stephen Hawking, he uses the opportunity as leverage to get back at Sheldon for all the times he's been mean or condescending.
Are you familiar with the 12 labors of Hercules?
Of course.
You should be so lucky.
He puts him through a grueling series of tasks, including polishing his belt buckles, doing his laundry, and wearing a French maid costume.
What are you all staring at? You ever seen a man try to get a meeting with Stephen Hawking before?
Howard keeps up his end of the deal, presenting Sheldon's paper to the renowned physicist and even setting up a meeting. But perhaps if Sheldon hadn't been so busy cleaning Howard's delicates, he would have had more time to proofread his work. Unfortunately, he learns he's made a boo-boo from his idol.
What do you mean wrong?
You made an arithmetic mistake on page 2. It was quite a boner.
And he does not take the news well.
Oh gosh golly, I made a boo-boo. And I gave it to Stephen Hawking.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Choosing his ego over victory at the physics bowl. Sheldon always thinks he's the smartest person in the room. On this occasion, it gets him kicked out of the guys' physics bowl team.
You're taking all the fun out of it.
I'm sorry, is the winner of the physics bowl the team that has the most fun?
Okay, let me try it this way. You're annoying and no one wants to play with you anymore.
Although he believes he can single-handedly defeat his friends, the rules compel him to find new teammates. His plan to answer all the questions while his team sits there silently works perfectly until one equation leaves him stumped.
Hey, if you can answer correctly, the match is yours.
He doesn't have it. He's got squat.
Fortunately, his teammate knows the answer, but Sheldon refuses to accept it since he's trying to make a point, and his stubbornness causes his team to lose.
Is proving that you are single-handedly smarter than everyone else so important that you would rather lose by yourself than win as part of a team?
I don't understand the question.
Go ahead.
Later, Penny sets the guys a new challenge, this time focusing on popular culture. Looks like Sheldon could have used the janitor's help here too.
Tweety Bird taught a what?
Romulan.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.